If someone were skeptical about taking the course, and I were talking to them and wanting to, so we say, make a recommendation for the course, what I would do is I would immediately join them in their skepticism, because that's exactly the way I felt. And I would talk about all the ways that I was skeptical. I thought it was touchy-feely. I thought I already knew this stuff. There are a million, programs on the internet for this, so this is just another one. And so what I would emphasize is that this is a course that actually has been scientifically evaluated in a 2-year program, intensively studied from the University of Illinois at Chicago, with teams of scientists at 2 different universities. And so this is not your ordinary course on emotional intelligence. Furthermore, I would emphasize to somebody to take a look at their own lives. What are the areas that they wish they were performing better in? Some people may be just hot guns at work, and then they're blah in their relationship at home. Or they may be having this wonderful marriage, and yet they're kind of stalled out at work, not getting the promotion on time, not relating to others at work in the same way they see other people relating to each other. So if you've got questions about areas of your life that you wonder if there's a way that you can take those areas and build them, take them to the next level, perform better, whether it's at work or in personal relationships or with your children, then this particular course can fill those kinds of gaps that you may have discovered or think exist in your life.
The most important thing in my life is having a cup of coffee in the morning with my wife and a great conversation, being with great pals and sitting around and talking about things that are important to us. My whole life, it's always been relationships. How do you put a value on a relationship? And when I look at how much I spend time on nurturing relationships with close friends and sticking with them during the roughest times, I look back now, that's the most value to me in the world. And so if anybody could say that I could take a course that could enhance my ability to have those quality relationships, and if it turned out that I didn't quite up to speed to be able to know how to do it, and I passed that up and never had the relationships I have today, I'd be devastated.
I want to be a better leader at work, and I want to be a better mother, but I want to be a happier Andrea. I work a tremendous amount. I have a son. I sit on 3 boards. I have great friends. I'm super, super busy. In the past couple years, I have come to realize, and EI was part of this because I was kind of looking deeper into myself, that I was doing a whole bunch of these parts of my life really well and working hard at it, at running my company and supporting my family, but that I was making choices and perhaps even hiding myself behind that. And so that I wasn't taking care of myself physically, I wasn't giving myself time to rest or take care of myself in terms of socially, and I realized I was really missing out and had some sadness around that. So EI helped me think more about what's important to me, and certainly my son is important to me and my company is important to me, but I'm also important to me, and it helped me give myself permission to take care of myself too.
Listening and some of the things that come from EI didn't come naturally to me. So I did find that when I finally, I guess I'll use the word stumbled across it, just went to the issues that I felt I really needed improvement on to be a better person, a better father, a better husband, a better business leader, and particularly on the listening and the empathy end, but then also on the organizational end. So it really fit into a space that was a void in my life.
Practicing EI habits are the stepping stone to being and allowing EI to be a part of who you are. And so a part of the process is participation in the process. And you go from learning to observing to practicing to kind of inheriting all the research and the science of EI into who you are.
I carry these around, not every day, but if I'm not carrying them with me, they're sitting at my desk. And so, I a lot of times I carry these around. They're the six exercises, and number 1 is how to be a great listener, and number 2 is make others feel great about themselves. And what I found is the most important part there is being sincere. And if you're sincere about it, and it's done privately, so that they know that it's for them and not for show, it's very, very powerful, and people want to be appreciated for what they do.
I had a really instructive experience recently where my director of human resources came to me and gave me feedback that at work I was being a little cold. And that the one time that I told her what really happened on my weekend, a really personal experience, that I let my true self show, that was the moment she felt like she wanted to follow me as a leader, that she felt that she liked me and wanted to work for me. And so I saw how important emotional intelligence is, relating to people is in the leadership setting.
It really, again, following the steps in the process, it forces you into a certain mindset, so you learn how to interact better together. And so from a corporate perspective, if you think about that, the power of doing that and getting teams to work better together, just by being better listeners, by being able to resolve conflict, by being able to thank each other, all the things that you should already know how to do, but you never learn along the way.
I think it's brilliant. It has so many tie-ins, everything from the collective brain of the group being able to connect and solve problems and really get nourished by one another to it hurts when somebody doesn't pay attention to you. You're talking and someone's not looking at you or being concerned. So I think it's a reminder that those protocols, it's almost like being trained well, how to interact socially in a more professional manner, but also in a more satisfying manner. Because at the end of the day, don't you want to be acknowledged and heard and seen? So these are great trainings that help that to happen. I mean, if we all got this, how much better for humanity.
Being a dad, really the first thing I do when I come in the door, I say, "How was your day?" And I listen actively to them, sit down, look them in the eye, and I ask them follow-up questions. Tell me more. I'd like to hear about it. Is there anything else you'd like to add? And again, following the protocol with my kids, who range in age from 3 to 7 to 18. It's funny, my 18-year-old comes home now and he likes to talk to me. He goes, "Dad, it's great. I love coming home and having you ask me these questions." So that's been a big, positive, surprising, frankly, experience for me. I consider this class a life-changing experience for the positive. I feel that I'm just a much better listener. I've been more engaged with people, gotten deeper quicker, and have become a better person and a better boss and a better father because of it.
That anybody that takes this course, there's a money-back guarantee if you don't increase your EI, or if any way you're not 100% jacked by what it's done to your life. Of course, I wouldn't think this is the end of my life, for Christ's sake. I'm 75 years old. I can't keep running around doing new stuff. This thing has got to be bulletproof. I don't want anybody in this program that's not completely, totally stoked and happy. Why not? It's like a virus, a positive virus, a virus that makes people happy and better educated, all on its own. It just does it. It's just big time. It's unbelievable.